light and sacred geometry. So what I was going to do was I was going to draw out the main format of the sacred geometry, but apparently my bag of brilliance does not have a pen or a pencil, so yeah. Light is a vibration, is a movement, is a manifestation of the physical product, and it produces this. The physical things create this light, or the light is a coexisting element to sort of the process of physical things forming through sacred geometry uses movement, which is a form of light. The main kind of form you'd see in sacred geometry is the use of is it the Pisces? Or the Vices? One of the two, or something similar. But in basic, it's two curved lines connecting at a point. So it's, in effect, a pointed oval. Now, this is the smallest possible shape you can have, because it is the only two-sided shape. So, that was the answer to a previous question. Okay. And these shapes are formed from the motion of how geometry forms, so how things form. So the basic principle of everything in manifestation starts with its simplest form. So we could say the circle. The circle is one line. It is one continuous line that sort of keeps on going. If you look at a curved line can both be one line or an infinite amount of lines. And the best way to show that is through the other shapes. Like, you start with the circle, one line, then you go triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, septagon, octagon, monogon, decagon, 11agon, and the angles are getting smaller, so it's becoming more like a circle. So a circle is either one line or loads of them, absolutely loads of them. And when these circles overlay on each other, that's when sort of manifestations start happening. Because the circle would be a one-dimensional... Would it? I'm going to have to work that one out. a circle is no more than second dimensional. Although it could be 10th or 12th, but you know, we're not sort of going over that at the moment. We're sticking sort of 1 to 6 for now. So in a way it is the first dimension, because it is one straight line. Well, not straight, but one continuous line. And the perspective of the first dimension is literally a dot of being. So, yeah. So you got the first dimension, and you keep on adding them, you keep on layering them, and you get the second dimension, whose perspective is a dot, but it is a line. Normally a 180-degree line, but we only see the line physically. Normally when we think of second dimension, we think just of a straight line drawn on a piece of paper. And yes, that's still the second dimension. Like, everything on paper or on a monitor screen, like the one you're watching now, is second dimension because it's flat. And that's basically what the second dimension means. It's a flat piece of information. It's the most basic development in existence, kind of. So then wait. So we see the line as a line. Instead of seeing the dot, which the straight line sees, we see the actual line, because we are not mainly part of the second dimension. I mean, we're layered with the second dimension, but we're a very more complicated kind of manifestation. And that's why I'm sticking to 1 to 6 for now, because it's basically all you need to sort of, yeah, you know what I mean. And if you don't, then that's why I'm doing 1 to 6. So then, because we're still part of the third dimension, so that's why we see the straight line. Because if you go from geometry, the first dimension to the second dimension is 90 degrees adjacent, and then the third dimension is 90 degrees adjacent to that, and the fourth dimension is 90 degrees adjacent to that, and so on. So, because we're still part of the third dimension, we see the second dimension as a straight line. Yes, and the third dimension also you only see it from the third dimension perspective. So you see from one face side of the 3D object onto another 3D object face side. Now, that 3D object could be in a different perspective, so you might see more than one side, or, you know, whatever it may be. And you might be in a slightly different perspective, different angles, so you might be looking from a different sort of angle. So you'll see different things. But you can't see the 3D object as a whole. And that's quite interesting, really. You think that anything you can pick up and look at or just see in this three-dimensional realm, you cannot see its entirety. Something as small as this, I can see this side of it, I can see bits of the side of it, I can't see this side of it. You can see this side of it, because the camera's there. Me using the camera I can see all sides of it. But that's when it becomes fourth dimensional. Because fourth dimensional is the flowing in and out of the itself. So a three-dimensional object turning fourth dimensional could see itself. So this is where movement comes in. Movement is very important to a lot of things. A lot of different skills, a lot of different fundamentals. This didn't turn out to be sacred geometry, did it? It turned out to be dimensions. Dimensions 1 to 4. That's what this was. Literally the basics of each dimension. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a spider on my arm. We made a friend. So yeah. Dimensions 1, 2, 3, and 4. With a little bit of light. Hopefully. I think I still did some light. It's all light anyway. The light beings. Well, I put him on my other hand by accident. Thank you for watching. This has been the person you've been watching, whoever that may be, this person here. But yeah, next time will be whatever I put up next time. Carry on living, loving, learning, and light. Okay, next time then, we'll pick up from the fourth dimension. Yeah, and movement. Movement, time, ages, movement, and everything, well not everything, but most things you can do with movement, such as a bit of consciousness shifting or consciousness movement, or journeying, some people call it, in as many forms as I can cover. So I hope you enjoy that, I hope you enjoyed this, and see you on the other side.